Hey guys, Nintendo Capri Sun here, welcome back to Life Force, the finale. Starting with stage 5 and 6 here. Go ahead and rekindle our power-ups here. As far as I know, like the Force power-up, the final one that you get, you can't like freshen it by, you know, re-establishing it. You might be able to do that, I don't know. If you're really careful, you can actually take out these little things here that dispense the spaceships. Make it a little easier. You know, when you play a level like stage 7 from Battletoads and then you look at this, it's like, well, this is a joke. Well, who wouldn't be able to get through this? And in all honesty, I couldn't tell you. Once again, it's all about memorization, but then sometimes it's just about good maneuvering too. There's that too, sometimes. It's always a good idea, with the exception of stage 3, usually always a good idea to just shoot everything you see. I'm not going after that guy down there, it's just cutting it a little too close. See, once again, these missiles going along the edges, it's taking out all these things before they can even get to you. Otherwise, you'd have so much more that you have to dodge there. And just, wow, you know. There's a really weird part in the middle of this stage where the music turns totally happy and you're fighting these 3 random spaceships. I don't know what it's all about. Like, you think there would be like a whole bunch of trivia on that or something, but I couldn't really find anything about it. I know that it reminds me of this one time. I remember a long time ago I had a game. It was a hockey game. I don't know if it was ice hockey or what it was. But sometimes during the halftime show in that game, in between the 2 halves of the hockey game, it would randomly put you up against a spaceship shooting game. That was very similar to the fight with the 3 ships that you fight in this game here. Except there's only 1 ship, and I don't know if I ever destroyed. But sometimes I would play an entire round of hockey just hoping that that minigame would come up. You know, a lot of times it usually wouldn't come up. I think this is it, yeah. Very strange indeed. Really don't know what's up with that, but I just thought this stage had pretty brilliant music otherwise, though. Very good. Here's where the missiles can be really useful, because if you don't have missiles here, good luck getting into that. Because all the way those guys were firing just now, I mean, it's kind of ridiculous a little bit. This part always made me nervous, too. These expanding and retracting columns here. The architecture is out to get you, I tell you. Nope. Damn. Careful, careful, careful. Deniable. Or no, denial, the most predictable of all human responses. I don't know, there's just something about this music I always liked. This also reminds me of a Vectrex game I used to have when I was a kid called Scrabble. Or Scramble, actually. And there were parts where you had to maneuver like that, like move backwards as you were moving up. And I just couldn't wrap my brain around it as a kid that that's what you had to do. So for the longest time I could never get past that point in that game. Now in this game you kind of get a similar situation here. So these power-ups are kind of unavoidable, so I have to pick them up. It's too dangerous. I mean, it's not worth the danger. I'm trying to avoid them, so hopefully I can get back to where I need to be in the next stage. Or I can shoot out as much of this as possible and get what I can. That's close enough. We won't need another force field. Not for a while, obviously. Let's do our current one. Still looking good. Coming up on the next boss here. This boss is called Tutankhamun Attack. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or not. Because I'm not sure if they actually spelled it right. Once again, I'm going back to the Wikipedia article here. Because I thought it was Tutankhamun Attack, like with a K. But they just spelled the Tutankhamun Attack with an H. So, your guess is as good as mine. But the fact that they added the word attack to Tutankhamun, which is the name of the original one of the original like ancient Egyptian gods. It was really kind of cool. Well, it's basically what King Tut is short for. Tut is short for Tutankhamun. So, and this guy once again, it's really not a big deal. You just gotta aim for the eyes. If you have a laser and a few options on you, that's not a problem. Shields really don't do much to help in there. It's only the fireballs you gotta look out for. There it is, guys. 1 life and we made it all the way to the final stage. How many times have I ever done this? I'm pretty sure I have done it before in 1 life. So I used to do that as a kid. I used to beat games in 1 life as a kid. Mega Man, and Contra, and whatever else. I had like 3 different challenges I always imposed upon myself. One of them was to beat a game in 1 life. One was to beat it upside down. As in, I would sit upside down literally on the couch with my feet up on the couch and my head on the floor, looking at the TV from the floor, play the game upside down, and try to beat a game that way. And then the third challenge, of course, was to beat it with 1 hand. I beat it with 1 hand on the controller and my left hand just totally free. So I had to do everything with like my right thumb. It's basically like I'd use my right thumb to control the D-pad, and then my first and second fingers on the letters B and A. Oh god. These marbles are worth a lot of points if you can get them. The more you can shoot, the better. As you can see, I'm up to 9 lives now. So that's a little bit of a step up from where we started. I mean, if I'd started with 30 lives, it'd be up to 38 now, so... Or actually, no, 36, I think. I don't know. Did I ever say I was good at math? Did I? Oh, that's right, I did, actually. Still got levels 5 music stuck in my head. I'm not going to beat this game in 1 life. I can almost promise you that now. And there's one specific reason for that we'll get into once we get there. This music's pretty good too. So all the music in this game is really good. In fact, according to like the Konami, there's like some kind of collection of Konami music that's out there, and in that collection, there's an entire disc devoted just to the music of this game, or just to the music of Salamander is what the disc will say. Since Salamander is what it's originally called. So, yep. Try to take out as many of these monolith statues as I can. Isn't that what they're called, monoliths? I might be wrong about that. That's the word that comes to mind when I see one of those, though. Try to get those missiles around and get that guy there. There we go. Those missiles do a good job of traveling along the edge of the screen, considering what complicated paths they have to follow sometimes. So these guys, you have to catch them in the act of opening their mouths at just the right moments. You have to be at just the right spot on the screen to catch them. But otherwise, you don't want to let them get too, you don't want to let them get carried away, shooting their shit all over the place. Fortunately, they can't shoot through that barrier in the middle there, so that helps. Okay, guys, here it is. Final boss of the game. I love the build up to this. This is just... And that little sound it's making, it's just like... You know something's up. Can't do much now, you shoot them all you want. That is the weak spot, but we're not going to be able to hit that just yet. Anyway, final boss of the game is called Zelos, and I should be able to take him out in a matter of seconds here. So it's all about knowing his pattern. Because he'll come down the right side here, and that's when you get him. Then you go for the weak spot, and... Jesus Christ. It's like nothing, man. Now this here is the reason I can't beat this game in 1 life. I've never done it. I have beaten this section without dying, but I haven't done the entire game up to this point, because I'm always too excited when I get to this point with 1 life. And I'm like, holy shit, am I really going to do it this time? And then I don't. And I'm not going to do it here. I can almost promise you that. If I do, it'll be amazing, but don't get your hopes up. Don't start betting on me. Seriously, don't. If you know what's good for you, don't. Oh, shit! Oh, man! Fuck. Get up to the top of the screen. Okay, if you die, get to the top of the screen, because watch, one of these is going to close all the way. See that right there? And the only way to avoid that is to be at the top of the screen when it happens. So you gotta be, like, way ahead of the game. So you can't get by with one death and just hit the top of the screen. You know, get up there as soon as you can, and the rest of them most likely won't hit you. And that's pretty much it. That's the ending. Its ship flies away, the planet blows up. You get the Konami, you get this weird, cheerful music of some sort. I'm not actually too sure what inspires this. Now, I understand there are actually multiple endings to the game in the other version, and one of those versions is on the Virtual Console for the Wii. Or so I've heard. As you can see, you can start over the game here. I wasn't listening real close there to if the music was finished or not. It probably wasn't. Either way, it doesn't matter. If you want to hear the music, just go beat the game yourself. I gave you the Contra Lives code, but as you can see, even I can beat the game and still have 10 lives starting on the second playthrough. And I'm pretty sure the second playthrough is probably a little bit harder than the first is. As far as, like, bullets move faster, ships move faster, that kind of thing, but whatever. So, that's Life Force in a nutshell for you. Short, quick, easy LP. So I'm getting lots done here on this time with my internet being down. I got all of this and all of Super Star Wars recorded. So that's 8 whole videos right there ready to go up. Get a couple of Ni no Kunis done. And have those going up pretty soon. I might put those up before this. I don't know what I'm going to do. Either way, that's enough out of me. See you guys next time on Nintendo Capri Sun. Who knows what we'll do next? I have no idea.